Today we will see the next set of special tests related to hemolytic anemia. Estimation of hemoglobin H. Fetal hemoglobin or fetal hemoglobin or hemoglobin F or alpha 2 gamma 2, it is read as, is the main oxygen carrier protein in the human fetus. Hemoglobin F is found in fetal red blood cells and is involved in transporting oxygen from the mother's bloodstream to organs and tissues in the fetus. These are the things which you have already studied. So hemoglobin F is increased in hemoglobinopathies like thalassemia. There I have told there is defect in beta cell synthesis. So what happens when adult hemoglobin there is a defect, automatically the other hemoglobin starts increasing. So hemoglobin F production will be more, concentration increases in the blood. So methods for detection are method of Bedke, method of Jonics and Visser, hemoglobin F estimated by HPLC method. HPLC means high performance liquid chromatography. Physical distribution of HbF in the red cells by Kohler stain. Immunological method, that is by immunodiffusion or by ELISA technique. These are the different methods. So alkali denaturation is the most commonly used technique to estimate fetal hemoglobin in the red cells. So here we will be seeing only about the alkali denaturation technique, that is fetal hemoglobin quantization method by Bedke method. Principle of the test. To measure the percentage of fetal hemoglobin in a mixture of hemoglobins, the alkali sodium hydroxide is added to the hemolysate. Fetal hemoglobin resists denaturation by the alkali, while all other hemoglobins undergo denaturation. These denatured hemoglobins are precipitated by ammonium sulfate and filtered off. The undenatured hemoglobin in the filtrate is then measured. The proportion of fetal hemoglobin is calculated as percentage of total hemoglobin present. So this is how the principle goes. Reagents required here are, as usual, you require a hemolysate. Last session I have told you how to prepare a hemolysate solution. Then other requirements are, you require a hot air oven because temperature must range between 70 to 80 degrees centigrade. You require a Vortex mixer. You require a Watsman number 42 filter paper, pipettes, spectrophotometer. Reagents for the test. As told, reagents to prepare hemolysate is required. Drapkin's solution. The Drapkin solution content you already know, you have studied in other sessions also, that is potassium ferricyanide, potassium cyanide and distilled water. This must be stored in a dark color bottle, that is brown or amber colored bottle. It is commercially available also, that also can be used. Next solution required is sodium hydroxide solution. Sodium hydroxide 1.2 molar NaOH should be freshly prepared, that is NaOH 4.8 grams and distilled water up to 100 ml is used. The last reagent required is saturated ammonium sulfate. Dissolve, saturation means excess of chemical must be there in the solution. So dissolve an excess of ammonium sulfate, approximately 700 gram of ammonium sulfate in 1 liter of distilled water at a temperature of 70 to 80 degrees centigrade. Filter and store the solution. The solution is filtered at again 70 to 80 degrees centigrade and then stored at room temperature. Coming on to the method. You have to keep in mind that the test is done at room temperature or at a temperature 20 degrees centigrade. So first with the test, with each test sample you have to run a positive control as well as a negative control as in case of any other test we do. So here I am going to give about the test only. So alongside you will be running a positive control. Positive control is by using a known raised HbF sample. So in a test tube you will be taking a 10 ml test tube, you will be taking 4.75 of Drapkin's solution and 0.25 ml of the hemolysate. This we can consider it as a master dilution. Now from this master dilution, transfer 2.8 ml of the solution to test tube 1 and 0.4 ml into test tube 2. Now next 1.2 molar of 0.2 ml of NaOH is taken into test tube 1 only. Mix using a vortex mixer for about 5 seconds. Start a stopwatch immediately when you add the NaOH solution. Exactly after 2 minutes, add 2 ml of saturated ammonium sulfate and again mix for about 5 seconds. Filter twice. Now this tube 1 is filtered twice or thrice using Wortmann's number 42 filter paper. The filtrate contains alkali resistant hemoglobin, that is hemoglobin F. Alkali resistant hemoglobin is hemoglobin F. That is tube 1. In tube 2 we have just added 0.4 ml of master dilution. So to that you will be adding 6.75 ml of the water. This tube measures total hemoglobin. Now read both the solution's optical density against water as blank at 440 nanometer spectrophotometrically. The cuvette used for reading should be carefully cleaned before the use. What measures should be taken? All those should be taken and reading must be. Calculation. Percentage hemoglobin F is equal to OD of the optical density of alkali denatured hemoglobin into 100 divided by optical density of total hemoglobin into 10. The result. Normal hemoglobin F value is in adult should be less than 1%. Interpretation. This test is good if hemoglobin F values are less than 1%. Some batches of Wortmann filter paper absorbs hemoglobin and can thus cause a false low value of hemoglobin F. All solutions should be at a temperature of 20 degrees centigrade for use. These are things which you have to keep in mind because the interpretation, there are changes based on these points. Also, hemoglobin F level ranges from 1 to 5% in case of beta thalassemia triad, that is minor. HbF level are above 45% in case of beta thalassemia major. This is about estimation of fetal hemoglobin.